read that comment.
Okay, well, I think we're live. So hi everyone. Welcome to Terranova live stream 1, I guess. This is by session 7. I'm joined by Jane, who's an absolute an absolute beast. And I was posting the other day about sending the second half Nova. That's your first ascent.
Yeah.
And you've been projecting Terranova as well for how long?
15 sessions.
15 sessions,
Yes.
which is, I guess, more than double me, but still not too long really. And I think making a lot of progress. So today's goal for me is basically I've just been focusing on the end, working on that. Now I'm going to try and get the first half sorted. I'd like to do the boulder in at least 3 parts that kind of join together by the end of the trip. So I've got this session, 1 more. So 3 parts today would be the best goal. What are you trying?
I think for me to sing, I will try to do the Terranova for 3 parts. So, we'll see.
Nice, 3-part goals. I will be answering or trying to answer most of the broadcast channel questions that I got from yesterday as well, but I think I'll try and do that in between climbing attempts so that hopefully there's a lot of climbing to watch. Now I think I'm going to pull on the start of the climb and show the first, well, try and show the first couple moves, but realistically probably just the first move. I don't know if the camera can see that or if you'll need to...
I'll move it if needed.
In proper limestone fashion, you basically start in like a little hole in the ground. King lines.
Do you want me to come closer?
We could show holds later, maybe. You on this higher one?
I think I was on the road.
Nice. Come on. Come on. Nice. Come on, Bill.
Come on.
What?
What? What just happened?
So, wow. For context, that's basically the first proper pull-on of the session, and I've never even got vaguely close to linking that many of the moves together. Guess that brings to the first question is, do the live streams add pressure? I think they help. Wow. I did split my tip doing Nova the other day, so I've got quite a lot of tape on and it does hurt a lot, which is unfortunate. Okay.
Some people are saying, damn, the live streams give power. Let's go.
Yeah, I think one of the questions was along the lines of Alex Magos eats carrots, Adam, Ondra power screams. I think it was Magnus takes his top off, what do you do for power? I guess live streams at this point.
Live streams and a lot of parmesan,
Yeah, a
no?
lot of parmesan. Whoa. Okay. You want to ask one of the questions?
Yeah, so another very important question was about the grade. How does it compare to Burn of Dreams, Alphane, and other AT courses like Honey Badger?
Yeah. If you want to go first, you can go for that, because this could be a long answer. Also, do you want to have a look? Am I talking at a good volume, or should I be speaking louder or quieter?
Yeah, let's...
Let's see what they say.
Will is definitely biscuits for power kind of guy.
No, I say anything.
Good volume. Some people are saying louder, please. Jane,
Okay.
do you want to talk and see if we can hear you too?
So, I'm gonna go for my first try. No, second one. The first one was actually quite good. I did it here, so.
Okay, so they're saying definitely be louder.
Okay.
They're saying Jane's quiet.
We do have mics that we could try, but I'm worried that because when they're on your t-shirt when you're climbing, they rattle a lot, and I don't know if it'll be worse for the noise. We can, I guess when we're chatting, we can come closer to the camera as well.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Thumbs up for that.
I might get out of the way if I stand here as well. Yeah, that was amazing.
You're still in frame. You're just in the corner of the
Okay.
frame.
Yeah, that surprised me a lot. I guess though I've not really been trying the start of the boulder. At the start of the sessions, it's normally like try and send the end for trying to do Nova, and then I get on the beginning at the end and I get kind of beat up. So it's nice to try it like first go.
So you're gonna answer the question
Yeah.
on the grade.
I will do in a bit. I think for grading Terranova is difficult without sending for sure, because on longer boulders, it's until you actually get the full thing connected, it's hard to know just how tired you're going to be at the end. But it's hard for sure. I'll talk more in a bit.
Okay. While Jane gives her go, what's your favorite move on Terranova?
Are we allowed to have favourites on it?
Yeah.
Definitely not the first move. Nice. Good. Come on. Perfect. Yes, come on. I think the like taking the foot out from the heel is a long way.
Yeah.
Definitely hard that.
So I have to release it, then put my left foot, then the right.
Yeah, I think so. What? Looks very solid for the like bump section.
Yeah, yeah. Now the heel was really solid, so it's quite okay.
And if for those of you that watched Adam's video, we'll do some different beta, and most of that's normally like adding intermediates, because Adam is on another level with this climb. So grade wise, it's, if you watch the Wide Boys videos, it's an 012. I think Adam took about 12 sessions to do it, so it's pretty far up the scale. It's basically impossible to compare to Burden of Dreams. I've had a lot of questions about that, but this is more than double the moves, and although it is little crimps on basically a 45-degree wall as well, it just climbs so different, and the fact that it's more than twice the length, you can't compare. The only comparison you could do, I suppose, is if you're looking at just individual moves difficulty. On Burden of Dreams, the hardest move took me 9 sessions to do, and that was like on the replica, I guess. But I think it's basically the same. Whereas on this, I think within 2 or 3 sessions I had done all the moves. So the moves are definitely easier on this, but like there's just a lot more of them. So it's, then the hardest move on this isn't as hard as the hardest move on Burden. So Alpine's for sure the better boulder to compare it to. They're quite similar in length. I think 3 moves different. I feel like they have similarities where on Elfine it felt absolutely desperate, similar as this from the first goes, but it's not just like straight board climbing, even though it might look a bit like it. Every move is very weird and complex, so I think there's a lot of learning involved, so every session it feels like you can make quite steady progress. And that was kind of the big shock on Elfine, where it went from only, like a couple of sessions in feeling like linking would be insane, to then 2 or 3 sessions later and being basically falling off the end of it. Right, I'm going to give one more quick go and I'll get back to mindlessly talking about grades, because I've been like talking in my head about this for like every day basically now for weeks, so I could probably ramble a long time.
Wait.
Come on.
Come on.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was oh, that's fine. That was the best go I've had yet on that section. I've again, I don't know if it looks hard, but getting just the heel on is absolutely desperate. The pinch has broken a bit since I undid it. So I never felt it when it was better. I can't imagine it was much better, but I guess it's marginally harder. But the holds here are crazy. The like little slot crimp is so bad, and in that open pinch, it's just one of those holds that I don't even think I've ever really seen inside. It's just so wide and sloping, and you have to hold it in such an odd way.
People were psyched for James' attempt, by the way, and yours right now. But do you know who's in your life right now? Stefano's saying he's going to check out if Excalibur dry. If it is, he wants you to drive back to Arco after you do Terranova.
Well, it might be a while before I do Terranova. It's a problem. But yeah, I have to head back to the UK. I'm going to the Kendal Mountain Film Festival, doing a talk there on the 16th. So if anyone's coming, great, looking forward to seeing you there. But unfortunately it means I don't have too much more time. And it's a 10-hour drive from here to Arco. So already doing it once, and then it's like a 18-hour drive home from either here or Arco, it's the same. So I'm not sure if I'm too psyched to drive back just yet. But we'll see. Yeah, back to grades. Terranova, I can with confidence say is definitely harder than any of the other 8C pluses I've done. So it's definitely harder than Honey Badger, my 8C plus at Badger Cove in the UK. It's 100% harder than the one I sent in Switzerland, Ifira. But I think that one's probably 8C, because the way it was done originally was probably an 8C plus, but with this sort of new beta and the beta I used, I think maybe it is more on the 8C side. I think until I actually am doing like proper good links, it'd be very hard to say with confidence whether this is 8C plus or 9A. But currently, it feels really hard. Like just sending the end part Nova, which I guess is the easier half, felt like, I mean, it's taken 6 sessions and felt really quite limit. So the thought of trying to do those final moves coming from the start would be crazy. We'll see. Alright, gonna try the pinch into that shoulder move. That's about halfway, I think, that move. So, yeah, where I got from the start is like, because I want to do the boulder in 3 parts, that's like part 1 ticked. Part 2 would be what I just pulled on, putting the heel, getting the pinch, sticking the shoulder, and ideally the match. And then I mean, basically the set I did already, like Nova, is the end part, but technically it'd be cool to go from there. Not feeling this move today.
But
hard.
you just missed it.
Yeah, it felt bad on the pinch.
Since you had to tape up today, can you tell us a bit about your skincare, and do you do anything when you get a split like the one you had when you did Nova?
Yeah, so skincare, something I really struggle with. If you followed my attempts and my sort of journey on Burn of Dreams as well, it's something I've talked about a lot. I have quite wet skin, so I will take big chunks out all the time. So like this split, is basically always going to happen, I think. Luckily I don't need to use this hold anymore, but when you climb Nova, the first move, you come up to this undercut, and it's got this one really sharp spike that goes right into your middle finger, and it tears it really bad. Basically, other than trimming them down like with nail scissors and sanding it to make sure the skin's sort of flat and then keeping it, well, like moisturized with cream, I bought this one cream out in Finland when I was trying Burn of Dreams, which is just like a Nivea hand cream, and it's got on it like 3-in-1 repair, protect and regrow. So I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's what I need. So I've just been using that. I've tried a lot with lots of different products. I've always been using a lot of Climb Skin in the past. Climb On in the past. I've tried with a lot of the other brands, but I don't know. I just need a lot of time. I've tried. I've not got a secret for sure, and it definitely makes a big difference.
People are asking you to share a picture of the Nivea cream later.
Yeah,
On-
I can do.
On top of that, people are asking, are you on the sweet potato diet as well?
I have been on the sweet potatoes quite a bit at home. Not so much this trip. It's probably what I need to do. One of the world's most frustrating heels.
Hard. Since you're close to the boulder, Jane, what's your favorite hold or move on Terranova?
I have to say that I really started to like this move, even though it's probably the hardest one, but I'm really getting used to it, so it feels really nice.
Yeah, last couple of sessions watching you kind of smash that move out is super impressive. That's definitely not my favourite move. It's too hard for me.
And which one is your favorite?
I don't know. Maybe, to be fair, maybe when you're in that position, the matching under, because it's like super isolating on the Gaston, is quite fun. You can try again if you want to just chop it up.
Yeah.
Since you are chalking out, chalk, question mark.
Yeah, that was, I think the question was, sorry, I've tried to like write all the questions out on a piece of paper.
Do you want me to show?
And well, firstly, I'm not very good at writing, so the handwriting is appalling. And secondly, it's all like super abbreviated, so it doesn't make a lot of sense.
But
I'll
we're
wait
managing,
a
we're
sec.
managing behind the camera.
Yeah, come on. Come on, stick with it.
Yeah.
Perfect, come on.
Come on, come
Come on.
on. Oh, so close.
So close.
That was close. Oh, yeah. Good effort. That was good.
Yeah, that it was really painful.
Yeah, so I find chalk makes a huge difference, and for sure, like, different types of chalk make a big difference. It's very personal though, because it just depends what your skin's like. If you've got dry skin, you'll need different chalk to if you have wet skin. For me, I've got quite wet skin, so I use friction labs, and I really like that.
What chalk do you use, Jane?
I'm not very picky, with the chalk, so I can use basically everything.
There you
And
go.
actually, I have really good skin. I don't have splits that much, and I'm not sweating that much, even in the summer. So
It's the dream, basically.
yeah.
Using leftovers that are after me at home.
Come on.
Come on, Will. Come on, come on.
Come on.
Come on, Will.
Come on.
Come on, try hard.
Oh. That was
Just didn't
good.
have the power left to like turn it out. I was like going so slowly.
By the way, Martin's being the best cameraman ever. Look at that.
So, guys, what's the weather like? The people are interested.
Weather's good. I think you think it's a bit cold.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold to me, but when I got warming up and I'm climbing, it's okay. So it's not windy, so and I have a heater, so I'm okay.
I've got fun.
Yeah, Will's in his zone.
Yeah,
Below
it's
10.
it's pretty good here. In our coat, it's very frustrating how much it rained. It's kind of, it's never really dried. But here we're getting to single digits, so it's really good.
So the people ask as well, what's your favorite boulder and route?
You want to go first? You don't really do routes, I guess. So
No,
what's your
no.
favorite boulder?
Boulder?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. You go first, and I will think about it. I'm thinking.
Should I say something really silly like leading the lift at Ravenstor? No. I think my favourite boulder, or at least it's definitely in my top 3, would be Hazel Grace in Gotthard Pass. It's just absolutely amazing. So like stand start 8B plus. I think there's a low start, but the stand's just absolutely amazing. The rock, the location, it's like the moves as well. It's really good.
Still thinking. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
While you're still thinking,
Favorite route, I think Frigate Last, maybe. My first event I did last year at Dumbarton in Scotland. It's like 30 meters long and like the moves are amazing. And I don't know, like I know it's at Dumbarton, but I think it is really good. That's probably my favorite. Still thinking? I like almost went through my tip on that go on another finger.
you might need to go closer to show it.
It's just hard. I can move. Ah, this one does.
So while Jane is thinking and you're brushing, how is CS2 compared to the original game?
It's so disappointing. Firstly, I didn't even get invited to the beta, so I had to wait. I mean, I wasn't here, but I had to wait for the actual release. And I don't know. It's just like it's not as good. Hopefully, once they like actually patch all the problems and fix stuff, it'll be good. But yeah, I've not played much of it. I was disappointed.
Some people asking about how the moves compare to King Capella. I think they're meaning you're free at last with King Capella.
Ah, okay. So yeah, King Capella is like flipping amazing route as well, and the moves are really fun on it. But I think like overall, the fact that on Free at Last, it's kind of like the whole experience. The fact that you're very high up, it feels like quite exposed. You're on like the rock by the sea. Like the moves, like the dino and stuff on King Capella is really fun, and I really enjoy that. It is hard to say, but I think Free at Last might be slightly better. Also, just the moves are really weird, which is cool. Bit like this, except no one can touch Adam's crazy weird crossroad beat at the end. It makes no sense. What are you going for?
I will try.
Same again? Or?
Yeah, probably from there.
You keep getting a lot of questions on CS. Yeah, come on.
Perfect. Come on.
Come on,
Come on, Jane.
come on.
Come on.
No. Oh, that was a good try.
Yeah, you got the pinch really well.
Yeah. Oh. Such a shame.
On the fact that you were talking boulders and routes, somebody asked how are you balancing your endurance training with the hard bouldering these days, since you are also trying Excalibur.
Yeah, so Excalibur is really short, and this is a really long boulder, so it actually works out quite well. Excalibur breaks down to 18 hard moves and then like an easy finish, and there's like a rest in the middle, so you do 2, 7, 8 move boulders, basically. So training wise, I did some endurance with like resting to practice for the middle, but not much, so it's mostly just been power based. I was having like the best board sessions of my life before coming out to Arco for Excalibur, and then coming here for sure, like in comparison to last year, felt a lot stronger. And I think it was working on Excalibur, but because of the weather, I was never able to try long, like proper attempts, so it is hard to know. But currently, there's not much balancing they kind of complement each other quite well.
Have you thought about your favorite boulder, Jane?
Yes. Yes. So my favorite boulder is probably Rustam, which is 8B, because it starts from really small crimp, and you go to the other crimps, and then there is a shoulder remove, and it's really cool one.
Really small crimps. It's cool as well that your favourite boulder's just round the corner.
Yeah.
There you go. Slap Happy at Dumbarton, that's a good boulder. It's like a campus board. A really polished campus board. What do I try now? I feel like they were pretty good links, because that first link I did, what was it, from the start into the pinch, and then I fell putting the heel.
Yeah.
And then I've done from here. Ah, okay, so I still need to do the middle link. Like pushing the heel, getting the pinch, getting the gas done. I feel tired already. It's so hard though.
You know how Nova and Terranova have such small feet?
Yeah.
How do you keep and hold the tension through such small and kind of polished feet?
Yeah, so the limestone here is basically, if you find a new bit of limestone, you could brush it and you'd have maybe 1 or 2 goes and then it'd just be completely polished. It like is weirdly, it just polishes really fast. So all the rock is super slick, especially in the feet anyway. So, and on this, a lot of the feet aren't actually that small. Some of them are really small, but some of them aren't too bad, but they're just so polished that, yeah, you just come off. Basically, you just blindly trust them. And it is frustrating because I had a lot of goes where I would stick like the crux moves with Nova. I'd go, oh yeah, there's a good go, and then the foot would just slip. And it is frustrating, but there's kind of nothing you can do. You just have to fully weight them and fully trust them and hope that it's going to work. I think there's not. For some of them, you put like a little bit of chalk on it. Actually makes them grippier, which is weird. Okay, so. Did I manage? Yeah, I swapped feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you feel that putting them.
Oh, I got the pinch only 3 fingers, but I felt like I was strong enough to do the move.
Yeah.
And then the foot went, yeah.
Foot slipped.
Just what we're talking about. The foot is terrible. Adam used a different foot. He used the lower one, which he was telling me I should try, but I don't know. Off the low foot, the move just feels like you're too low to get into the shoulder, and the foot's not much better anyway. There's a lot of options on this climb, and basically none of them are any good.
I think Adam is way taller, so
Yeah.
the lower foot makes more sense for him.
Probably this more rather than that. Maybe your beast is good.
Well,
Basically, the common theme with trying this climb is I try and do it my own way and then just end up doing it Jane's way because it's better. Yeah.
Are you planning the trip to Japan to try floating?
Oh, I'd absolutely love to go to Japan and try floating. It looks like one of the best boulders I think in the world, like hard boulders right now. My initial plan this winter was to go to America and then to Japan, but I don't think I have time or money to go to Japan as well, probably, because I suppose that leads into some of the questions. I could let you go first though, and then I'll start talking about winter plans.
I'll try from here.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah, Jane, come on.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh no!
oh, it's so solid.
Yeah, that looks really good on the... I still can't believe you just looked the thumb on this one. It looks super solid coming
Yeah,
into it though.
it started to feel better like this because I have time to put there the fingers where I want to.
Yeah.
But it just slipped. It's weird. In these conditions,
Yeah.
it's really cold. Shouldn't be slipping.
That was a good try though. So, because there's a lot of questions, or I think there were a few questions asking about trying other 9A boulders, and yeah, like I absolutely want to try all of them. My plan is to go mid-January-ish to hopefully, I'm like hoping to book it soon, end of February to Red Rocks in America, just to project Sleepwalker, and ideally send Sleepwalker and then try Return of the Sleepwalker. I don't think it's my style, that boulder. I think it's maybe a bit powerful and with the slopers, and it's sandstone, which I don't climb in a lot, but I'm really psyched to go and try it, and I'm really hopeful that trip will go well. And if I do that, then I'd like to go back later in the year if it's possible and try Megatron when the season comes and the snow melts. And yeah, obviously like do a lot of, it'd be cool to try the other ones even just from grade comparison to be able to know what everything feels like, because I feel like I'm starting to get a better picture of everything now.
There are two important questions. One is for Jane. What's your height and span?
My span, I have plus one. 160.
59, 60.
59, 60, yeah, something like that.
And your height?
158.
Yeah.
So plus one. Yeah.
Yes.
And for Will, it's what's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah. I was thinking about this. I've been playing Pokemon Emerald actually whilst I'm out here on the old Game Boy, and I'm obviously using Blaziken because it's the best out in Emerald. But I don't know. Probably like as a kid, I always had Bulbasaur. I feel like that's probably my favorite.
And one more. How long do you climb, Jane? And do you have any coach?
So I'm climbing for 4 years now. I mean, I'm doing outdoor bouldering for 4 years, but I've been climbing before. So I'm climbing now for 17 years. I had some break between I was competing, then I had the break and I started to outdoor climbing. And I actually started to work with lattice training. So soon I will have a training plan by lattice.
I'll ask you that question.
There's a lot of people asking, what's the motivation for Terranova?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why come all this way to try a limestone traverse? Yeah, I asked myself that, to be fair. Basically, when I was getting really into outdoor climbing, the sort of films that were coming out at the time, one of the big ones was The Real Rock, where Adam and Chris Sharma were trying the Jura Jura. And there was a scene in it where Adam was training for it, and he does Terranova in that scene. And I don't know, just watching it, it was like, I don't know if it's just being a kid and then like the music they were playing, I just got so excited watching, because the way they portrayed it, like, yeah, he just did this like 8C plus boulder, which I think was third 8C plus in the world at the time. And they're like, yeah, he did this just for training for this route. I was like, whoa. So it's kind of just always been there in my head as like this absolutely ridiculous line that I'd love to go and feel the holds. And then I did that last year, and I have to say, like, I tried pulling on once or twice, and I haven't counted those sessions in what I've been posting, because you couldn't call them sessions, like I didn't really get off the floor anywhere. And yeah, I don't know, I just got psyched. I was one day like, you know what, after like this year after doing Burden, I was like, maybe I should go back and actually get on it and see just how crazy it is if I really dedicate to it. And yeah, it's feeling absolutely desperate. It's just like a cool project to have. I don't know why I'm psyched.
Maybe because the Czech's also a lovely country with lovely
Yeah,
people
the
and
Czech is
amazing food.
Like, if you've not been before, I'd highly recommend visiting it. It's really nice here. Yeah, what's your motivation for Terranova?
Well, it's really hard boulder, and it even it has no repetition since 2012. So, and it's actually only 40 minutes drive from my home. So it's really nice to have such a hard boulder so close to home.
Yeah. It's only a 20-hour drive from mine. I hate how this feels. It never feels good.
Yeah,
Every time, like that last one, it felt really bad.
that's why I keep falling, and then I'm just like, no, I have to trust it. And once I do it, yeah.
Oh, I feel the sit.
Yeah.
And then I felt like maybe I could keep going, but oh, yeah. Is there? I feel like maybe I just need to keep trying from there, but
Do the holes feel very sharp?
in general, the holds actually aren't too bad. There's a couple that are really sharp. So the second hold is horrendous. We could do a close up in a bit. It's like a shark's tooth, I guess, and you basically get two fingers and just fully dig us in. The sharpest hold, though, I think, is this one, which you use when you climb Nova, but you don't actually use on Terranova. It's like this mini tufa, and there's a little spike in here, and you just have to full like crimp to use it. And then you have this hold here, which is a tiny edge, which basically you don't get much on for free, and your index then goes on this bigger sharp part, and that is sharp, but because you hold it in a lot of control, it's very static around here. It's not too bad. I mean, I suppose your hold, so you do the end a bit differently to me. You use, I don't know if you want to come and show the comparison. For me, I can kind of squeeze free, but it is completely pointless for me. And then, yeah, for you, you can actually like properly use this hold.
But it's not that big.
No, it's
still a small crane.
It's absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
Like,
but if I get a split, split, it's from this hold. I don't know why, but yeah, here is really sharp edge. So
yeah, so that like this bit of beta for the end, this is where, if you've watched the video of Adam, he comes to this, swings a toe hook, flips to this pinch that he makes look good. It's one of the worst holds I've ever used. Hits this, and does this crazy cross through to this, and then just like drops in, and it makes absolutely no sense. Whereas for us, we come to this, we don't put the feet out, we put a low left, a really powerful right heel, which isn't great. You have to pull as hard as you can. My leg's actually like quite sore from it. And then we cross. I cross to this pinch, and then you slowly have to just push it all the way out till you're around here, and then you can just slap with a good hold, and the heel will just hold you on. For Jane, it looks, actually, I don't know if you'll do it this session, but it looks quite okay. You come straight to this, which is ridiculous. You like pinch, micro pinch like this to turn the body, to then do a
But
wide
Jane
pinch.
fits all fingers in there.
Yeah, and then you basically just turn it like this, and you look completely solid. It's ridiculous. I wish I could do it that way, but I can't even get like the slightest bit of movement.
well, it took me some time to do it to make it looks easy.
Would you say the difficulty is well sustained, or is it like a one sequence of a boulder? Or a bit
Oh,
farther?
it's very well sustained, the difficulty. It's basically consistently hard the whole way. There's one or two moves that are a bit easier, and one or two that are a bit harder, but basically it's just consistent difficulty. I think when you do Nova, the halfway boulder, the difficulty is the first two moves are like obvious crux, but then for me, like I fell quite a lot on this last move as well. So it's not like, it's when you do the first two moves in Nova, there's a straight up boulder. It's an 8B plus, which if you maybe want to pronounce, because I can't.
Sedni si na kost.
Sydney Cost, yeah, which I did last trip. And basically, as soon as you do the first two moves, you kind of send, or three moves, you send that 80 plus. Whereas for Nova, you do those first moves, the same moves, and then you have to do this like I think Adam said 80 plus boulder crux, like 2 moves, but it's for sure one of the first 80 plus boulders in a while that I've had to like project multiple sessions to do. So, yeah. Should I try the heel again or just the pinch?
You did it already. Do the bigger link up.
Martin with the wise words.
I feel like this is the move that Naiad shoe would help for. I think it'd be really good on the heel, but I think it would just be not need the tangle for the rest.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yes, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. Yes.
That was completely limit.
Wow.
Good thing you get the pretty much no hands knee bar.
Wow.
People are
How
asking.
close that felt to falling.
People are asking if they just witnessed the send. Can you explain?
It feels like I just said, no, that was basically a halfway link. That was, give it 1 sec. 1, 2, 3.
It was from here?
Yeah, putting the heel. Yeah, I think halfway link, which is
Wow.
really not what I expected.
But before Nova start.
Yeah, so, yeah, from before Nova, I guess. Sorry, just out of breath. Yeah, that was, so pulling on what are kind of like definitely the easiest moves to drop. Physically could be two of the hardest. You do this weird heel, which when it works doesn't feel too bad, but you fall off probably 80% of the time. Get this really bad pinch, super hard Gaston move, and then from there, the end is a lot, like, it's not as bad other than the final move for me, which is basically what I've just been working on this trip. So is this session 4 of this trip, and basically all 3 of them I've been projecting the end moves and getting better and better, which I think is how I was just able to send it there. But I send the halfway link, not the full boulder. I still
Yeah,
need
I think
to
a
add
lot of people are saying congrats.
5 moves. Yeah, I need to add 5 moves in, which are probably, I mean, what grade would you say the first 5 moves to the, like, the slot and the pinch?
Could be at least 8A, 7,
At least 8A, yeah.
7C, 8A, something like that.
I
mean,
think
the-
it's at least 8A.
The foot swap is really hard.
Yeah.
So
I think could be, I mean, yeah, 8A, 8A plus, something like that. I need to add in. And considering that was absolute limit, I think adding the start in is going to be, yeah. This is the best session I've ever had. It was amazing. We need to do more live streams.
So the goal was 3 overlapping parts, and now we'll have it on 2.
Yeah, that's a good point. What I was saying at the start of the live stream, the goal of the session was 3 overlapping parts, and yeah, that's 2 overlapping parts. I mean, 2 parts, I suppose, because like there's no like link between them. I didn't do an extra move on one, or it's like perfectly split on 2 parts. Wow. Feel beat.
So people are asking as well if everything here is sandbagged.
Yeah, pretty much. I think, oh, I think, especially in the roots, like all the roots are kind of sandbag, because of all the hard roots anyway, it's basically just Adam that's done them, and basically just Adam that's tried them. I repeated 2 of the 9As last year, which of course were graded like 8C plus originally, and Adam's been like, oh okay, maybe they're 9As now. They probably could be, I mean for sure one of them could be a 9A plus and no one would downgrade it. The other routes I've tried, there's like a 8C over there which I can't do. It's really hard. And then the boulders, for some of them, they're not as sandbagged because they have been repeated. Like Martin Stranic's repeated a lot of them now, and I think the grades are not too bad, but there are quite a few that are sandbag. And it's difficult because there's like one just around the corner, an 8B that I downgraded last year to 8A plus, and I downgraded it just because I found easier beast than what Adam did. But it probably is still 8B, and it's probably just harder before. You know, it's maybe I'm right. I don't know. I think it is sandbag though. Yeah.
Even though it's sandbagged, would you consider this type of climbing your favorite type of climbing? And that applies to Jane. Jane, what's your favorite type of climbing?
Like the rock material.
Type of rock,
Favorite
holds,
Yeah,
incline,
favorite.
slab.
Yeah, so I think I like more overhangy boulders, like at least 30 degrees, 40 degrees. I also like roofs, and I really like small cracks where I could fit my small fingers. So that's really cool. And of course I like crimps.
Yeah, I mean for me, steep and crimpy, pretty much. My absolute favourite moves are undercut drop knee moves. That's like the dream. The dream is to find like a 9A plus boulder project that's just like horrendous crimpy undercuts and drop knees. That'd be amazing. But that go there, I've like taken a big flapper out of this finger and now bleeding a bit out of this as well. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of retaping, and I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to do,
And
unfortunately.
from which
I don't know. I think I was just trying really hard. You can see it's like
Some
a little
people are still asking about the link up you. Could you clarify how many moves Terranova is?
Yeah.
And how many you just did in a row, and therefore how many left to link up?
Yeah, okay, sorry. So what I just did, the link I just did, quick thing for Jane Climbs, is basically the halfway link. Maybe a little more than halfway. It's like, I suppose, 8 moves to the good hold where you stick in the no hands knee bar. But the start adds in about 5 moves that are also really hard, at least 8A. So really, really good link I just did. But to add in, considering it felt completely limit at the end, I think adding in the start will take quite a while more. Is that good?
Yeah, because if Nova is an 8C and you did it before the start of Nova and you have to add more moves now,
I'd say that's similar grade.
it's a similar grade.
Yeah, I'll say it in a sec. Yeah. Went above the pinch there.
Yeah. And yeah, the hill is really hard.
Yeah, so Nova, the boulder I posted about sending yesterday, which is, did I post that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is like the sit start to the middle of the climb. I suppose it's a bit less in the middle, but it sits right hand in this left hand slot, and with basically nothing hold here, and you come direct into a bad undercut and then the pinch. Whereas what the link I just did starts left hand in the slot instead of right, and out on this pinch here, and you place a high heel and come over. And they're probably very similar in grade, because even though that one's going to be slightly longer, the one I just did, the Nova start, the move into the undercut and pulling out of it is really hard. I think it's a really hard move. Wow.
Somebody asked, what does Jane think about Nova being a V15? Actually, you have 4 people asking.
I suppose I should stop saying 8C and use the V grades when I'm doing this.
What I think about it. So when I did the Nova, I knew that that's the hardest boulder I've ever done, but I couldn't just give it 8C because I haven't done any boulder in such a grade. So I knew it's going to be hard, but I graded it 8B plus, and I was hoping that someone strong will repeat that boulder, and maybe the grade will settle somewhere.
I'm like shaking. I feel like so much adrenaline from that go. I'm like shaking.
Got people from Japan saying hi.
Perfect. Come on. Come on. Yes. Get it. Come on.
Diego says hi too. He's on the comments.
Start doing shout-outs.
He said hype.
See if person's watching, embarrass her.
So I think when I add some moves into the shoulder move, I definitely have to go with all the fingers and
Okay,
not with the
yeah.
thumb.
I was wondering because with the thumb you make it look really easy. And I don't know, I was like, maybe I should start trying, but I think...
But it's not possible if you add some more moves. I just can't take this one like properly as
Yeah.
I want to. So I have to do it much faster.
On that goal where I did it, was I 3 fingers or 4?
I don't know actually.
Sort of thing I should probably keep track of.
There's hi from Chile, from Patagonia,
Wow.
from Bruno,
Bruno.
from right here.
Ah, they could come join, no?
Then somebody said, don't know if you saw Will, but earlier Stefano said he would go try floating with you.
Oh, I didn't see that. I would absolutely love to go try floating with you. That'd be amazing. Tell me. Say tell me then. I guess we'll probably
Just
depends
text
if
him
it
later.
gets in the way of the America trip. But yeah, pure sight. Thanking. I mean, the bouldering in the south coast of Japan as well, that I was speaking to Toru with when we were in Finland, it just looks incredible. I mean, I definitely want more pads than what he was using. It was if you like show me these posts, it'd be like, I don't know, like an 8B sort of a ret by the sea, and there's like this crazy landing where, you know, if you fell it could be real bad. He'd be like, oh no, he just needs one pad. I was like but yeah, to go try floating would be so good. I think, yeah, for Stefano that'd be like, I could imagine, I don't know why, I just imagine him like just flashing the first move. It's like the perfect sort of counter style. All those routes and stuff that we've been trying to campus, it'll all pay off.
Also, some people are discussing what your favorite gym in the UK is. Some are saying schoolroom, some are saying other.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because deep down I want to say Alien Rock 2, which is the old gym I used to train at, which is closed now. Realistically, it wasn't that great. Like, it was a proper old school gym, you know, all like featured walls, and most of the tee-nuts didn't work. But yeah, I think I train mostly at the schoolroom because I'm mostly based in Sheffield. But my favourite wall probably still is Alien Block, the wall that replaced the old one in Edinburgh. Purely because it's got this like 30-degree wall that's full of like 25-year-old holds. So they're all like, they're better than wood for training on because you can climb on the smallest edges and they're so worn that you just don't really lose skin. And I don't know, I've got like quite a few 8C boulders on that board, and even like an 8C plus, and I love just full crimping on that.
Some people asked, how far does the sand feel? Would you compare it more like Alphane, Honey Badger?
Definitely. Oh, Puffy making an appearance.
Oh, some people from Lisbon, Portugal, saying hi. That's my place.
So I think it's hard. I probably wouldn't compare it to Honey Badger, but compared to Elfane, it definitely is starting to, like, especially today, it feels a lot more. In that, if you'd asked me before today's session how far the descent felt, I would have said like a really long way. Whereas all of a sudden, like that go I just had, it feels like it wouldn't be that far away. I think like
You look really solid, I think.
5 sessions is, it's hard to say because it's so easy to make mistakes. I think like you can fall anywhere, even in like the easiest moves. But I feel like every session you learn and you get more, because the pin shoes are so weird and hard. I think you just get stronger every session on them and learn them better. So hopefully not too long. It won't go this trip. I've only got one more session after this, but hopefully next time I come. Sorry, we've got the cats going on the tripod.
Very cute cat. We're almost finished with the questions from the broadcast channel, but you had a note here saying, board reset A2?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I think that was a question asking if I'm resetting the board at AB, which is the wall I was just talking about. And like it's been up for only a year and a bit now, so we could reset it, I suppose. I know Angus, my friend that works there, he's really keen. But I think he was wanting to reset it as a splat board, which it's going to be, you know, it's different. It's always been that way, and I'm not sure how I feel about change, but could be cool. If I suppose what could be cool if you climb an alien block is like actually like writing notes and handing it to the staff, saying if you want it to be reset and if you want it to be a splat or still like how it is with the problems.
On climbing gyms, some people are interested to know about what's your max bench?
Yeah, so I got into weightlifting 1 year and in the hopes it would help me train for the Olympics. I thought I'd get better at speed climbing. I don't know if it made much difference. I didn't do a lot of bench, but I did 75 kg for 1 rep. That was my max. So not huge. Squat, I managed 100 kg for 1, although I realistically probably didn't go deep enough. And deadlift, I did 170 kg for 1. But I imagine, again, with that, the form probably wasn't great.
And lastly, we'll be expecting any replica training for Terranova?
I don't think so. I think it would be, because of the way the wall is, it's not like, as it's not a straight board and all the holds are very weird, you have to print the holds out, like we did for Burden, but to actually set them on the wall would be difficult, I think. I think the most important thing is time here, just on the real thing. What is good is it's a fairly perma-dry boulder, like it does get wet, but it can rain a fair bit. Like it has this trip, we had a few big rain days and it stays fairly dry. So I think just having another trip or two. I'm hoping if I come for a longer trip next time it'll go.
Cool. People saying hi from Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, awesome. Hopefully come out and maybe meet them next year. Do you want to... Oh, what should I try? I might do the start again. I don't know if it could be worth moving the camera a bit closer to see the stuff move.
Just big shout.
Is this. You probably can't see from back there, but it's just this tiny little spike, and it just hurts. Actually, with the tape, it's not so bad, but it just hurts so bad.
Come on. That was good.
Weird that like that move is just so annoyingly hard.
Puffy's coming to say hi.
Puffy. Yeah, this hold is not very in-cut. It's quite slopey, and it's got this like crack where it's not wet, but it never feels dry, if that makes sense. It always feels kind of damp, and when you really like crimp into it, you just find that you slip a bit. And yeah, this move's really hard. So psyched.
You actually showed that in your latest Nova video. You showed that.
Ah, yeah.
Hold. Some people are asking if you think Aiden would do fairly well on this. For context, they mean Aiden Roberts.
Aiden would do well in this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would absolutely destroy the crimps. I think he'd love quite a few of them. Could be really interesting, actually. I don't know if he gets psyched. I can try and persuade him, but I think he'd like absolutely love that crimp. To make that one look like a jug.
And maybe the one
Yeah,
I'm
maybe. He
using.
could, yeah, maybe as well. It'd be really interesting. I don't know how he is on the super wide pinches, but I think like for me, I'm not great in a trainable, so yeah, I think he'd get on quite well with it.
Some people are asking if you're also going to freaking Euro to try Megas. I can't say his name. Yeah, it's so hard to say his name with the apostrophe. The 9V plus he's trying with Yannick /
Yeah,
9C.
so I've heard a lot about that route. I've got some friends from that area, and they've been telling me I should go check it out for a while as well. I would love to try it. It looks absolutely amazing. I think though it would take, I'd need to do like some serious training so that I don't injure myself though, because it's so mono-y and pockety, I think it could be like quite dangerous for me to try currently. I would need to train into it, but I've never climbed in the Frankie route yet, and Action Direct is obviously a route that I really want to try, so maybe I'll get a trip.
I mean, we keep
quite soon.
driving through Germany. Could try one day.
We could stop, but we've got so much driving to do, it's hard to justify stopping when you've got like 18 hours.
They're saying someone sent Aiden over.
Yeah. What link are you going for again? Are you trying that move?
I will try once again this link.
Yeah.
And then I will probably try the start and try to figure out how to do it with the feet.
Yeah.
So I can get into the pocket. That would be nice.
Come on. I feel like the two goals you've had there where your heels slip, you're like going above the hole. Whereas I feel like the goals before you were like coming into it from below. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Some people asked if you're going to bring Jane to the UK and try some of the local.
I would definitely love to visit UK and try out some local boulders. And we are planning some trip definitely next year in Easter, on Easter holidays, so we will see. Also depends on the weather, because
It's bad. It's always bad.
we heard it's maybe worse than in Czech Republic. It's rainy a lot, so you tried the tofu?
I was trying, but it didn't feel good. The problem is, I don't know. Like earlier it felt good, now I feel like I'm just really slipping on that pole. It's okay, I don't think it makes any difference. I wonder, I think I just need to do what I did on the first go. Just basically crimp really
Yeah.
hard.
I think it looked really smooth for the first time. So
Because you were trying right foot first.
yeah, but it didn't work so well.
I feel really tired. I like trying to pull on not feeling good right now. Oh.
like this, it's maybe better to go left first.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to see? Because I'm not sure how much data. Oh no, we're on free data. To be fair, I forgot. Yeah, I don't get very much data in the EU anymore, which is a shame. Give me a sec. Next, come on. Yes. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Come on. Yes, come on. Come on, come on. Savage.
Can we have a hold walkthrough?
Yeah, do you want to hold walk through? We can do that. Also, I don't know if you want to show just like kind of like a little plan that shows us the wall. But basically, the wall that we're climbing on, there is 6. Actually, no. If I upgraded Nova, if that stays, there's 7 8C or larger boulders in, I guess, 7 meters across, which is completely ridiculous. And makes me feel like that we've got more we can do at the tour. But yeah, if we want to hold walkthrough, the climb starts down here on what's actually not too bad a hold. It's got like a really nice edge, but I have to hold that with the left, which is a shame. And you have quite okay but low feet. You do a big stab to the really horrible hold, which is like this spike, and you kind of want to get like 2 fingers on the spike. Pinky goes on kind of nothing. Index you can again put on not much, and you just have to full crimp, but it's kind of almost better in the back free. You put heel on a good spike, and you reach over to an okay sloper as an intermediate. You then bump again into this, which is, I don't know how to explain it. It's like very slopey, so you're basically, just because it's on a nice angle, you can crimp, but it's actually a sloper. You then get an intermediate pinch, which is okay, and you do the stab into this slot, which you can see is really small. So you get like index in there, and then you can kind of just get 4 fingers. I think if my fingers were any bigger, it would become a real problem, because I would only get 3. I can just squeeze the 4. You then drop your right hand into this pinch, and it is absolutely terrible. You've got like one tiny little seam, which is like a 1 or 2 mil crimp, and that's basically where your fingers go. And then the only thing that holds you on is the thumb on this sort of decent edge there. So yeah, this is a really bad hold. And then that's where you do the weird sort of bit that we've mostly been trying to do. You put the high heel and you pull up to this pinch, which is absolutely amazing. Such an odd feature because it's like rounded, so it's sloping on one side. So the only way you can hold it is with the pinch. The thumb is actually quite in-cut and good, but yeah, so that's amazing. And then this next hold's actually not too bad. You slap into this Gaston, you've got like a good edge in here, so you get the thumb there, and 4 fingers kind of crimp on this worst part. But once you're stood in, you can kind of take the thumb off, and this hand just comes under into the better edge. I say better edge, it's still, you know, not much of the finger, but it's actually not too bad. From there, you reach out to this, which is a small edge, but it's not a horrendous hold for the ball. And then index goes on this bigger bit, which is quite nice. And the only way to make this work is by full crimping. You can't do the move if you don't, because you have to like push against your body. And then this is where I guess Beta gets different. I use this pinch, which again is really rounded, slippy limestone. You've got one bit which is slightly as an edge, which is like absolutely crucial. And then you get a okay thumb under. So it's basically about just pushing your weight across to the full crimp so that this becomes usable, and then you slap to a better hold and it's kind of okay. The other option here is using this crimp, which is like part of this tufa, and you can see is really, really small. So it's trying to get that somehow like full crimp, or sorry, somehow crimp and then get the pinch, and that is really crazy. I do use this at the end once I've done the move off the pinch. I then bump into it, which lets me do the next move. But and in the end, basically, you're in like flat crack, but it's pretty good. You get a lot of just knees. Yeah. How much more do you think you'll do?
I will try the beginning.
Yep.
I would like to do it to the pocket and to the
Nice. Yeah.
pinch, but I almost have split in my finger from the pocket.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's not sharp, but
Yeah, it's I guess what would I say? That little pocket crimp is actually quite rounded, but because it's so small, you have to put so much pressure that I guess it still cuts your fingers, which is always nice. Not even the sharp folds. Yeah, I don't know how much more I'll do. I feel quite tired.
Shall we just look at some questions then?
Yeah, I could try the the first section again one more time, but I think it'll be difficult to actually get all the way through.
Okay, let me look at what people are saying.
I guess next session though, I could go for like an actual send go. I mean, I don't think it would go very well, but I feel like I'm not far off from that. I think I probably should have another session or two where I try and do like that link. Maybe I did it already, at least to like here.
Maybe with the foot swap as well.
Yeah, maybe with the foot swap as well at the start when I pull on.
Jane,
What?
some people are asking if you train your thumbs since you were so good in that move.
no, I wasn't training my thumbs specifically, but I think by doing this move and trying to hold on that slow pinch, it just gets stronger, I think.
Also have somebody asking if your fingernails are that color from crimping too hard.
No.
What shoes is Will using and Jane using?
I'm using the 510 Hangle. It's fairly downturned, decently stiff shoe, so it works quite well in this.
Yeah, I'm using Phantoms by Evolve, and they are low volume, so they suit me really well. I have quite small feet, so these are just perfect for me, and I can, they are great.
We have someone called Angus Climbing saying, wow, a whole another level of respect after seeing the whole walkthrough and then seeing them try.
Awesome, thanks.
Somebody asked,
It's
which moves / sequences have surprised both of you guys, for better or worse? So like, what was a sequence or a move that surprised you for being either easier or harder than you thought?
for me, the first move, because when I came last year, I don't remember it being as hard as it is now. I swear it's got harder.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult question. I can't really tell if something surprised me. Like everything feels so hard, and some moves suddenly feels easy. But if you try to climb the whole thing or try to add one more move, it suddenly feels so hard again. So that would surprise me, maybe.
So suddenly we had a lot of people on the cat. Somebody said, don't fall on the cat. Someone's asked to interview the cat.
You can hold half it up if you want.
Somebody was
Not
seeing
much
the cat
time.
walking around saying the cat's going for the second ascent.
Yeah.
And has the cat done Terranova yet?
Let's get an interview from the cat
How we
then.
tell them?
Go! The cat actually grabbed the
Puppy
camera.
doesn't like the camera.
It's looking directly at the camera now.
And she winked.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give.
There you go, a wink from the cat.
Yeah, I might give one last go for the start. I don't know. I don't know if I've got enough skin to do much more.
Somebody said beard, question mark. Don't know what that means, but
It means like, why is it so short?
no, we like the short beard.
I like the long beard, to be honest. It's kind of cool.
Me too.
Being pressured into shaving it shorter for the moment.
Pressured.
Yeah.
What is this? Not pressure, just asked for a shorter beard. People are calling Puffy majestic, beautiful, gorgeous, and saying, "Come on, Will."
Yes.
Come on.
Oh,
That was so good.
oh, the foot went. Oh, that's good though. Back into the slot, not quite to the pinch.
Some people said the beer just extra weight. I appreciate that comment.
Oh,
Um,
that's close to going through. Yeah, I think some of the comments which I kind of like glossed over a bit, I guess. It's just like trying this just makes like, I mean, already regarded. I suppose Adam is like, he is the top, and like he's done absolutely everything. But doing this boulder back so many years ago, and kind of almost like when I've chatted to him about it, he's going, oh, it's okay, it's not that bad. It's so impressive. It's an absolute beast. It's like, oh, it's super cool. I think it's the one thing that we've been missing. Is it'd be super cool to actually have Adam come and try it again. One of these sessions would be super fun. But
maybe see if he's
I feel
around
like he's
for
probably
Friday.
not psyched.
So, question for Martin and Jane on the cat. They were asking if you bring it on trips and how do you manage the cat on trips?
Yeah, actually we take her quite every time, almost every time, and she has GPS on her neck, and we have an app in our phone. So sometimes we release her from the leash, and she's running around, and she basically never get lost because she always every 20 minutes she checks if we are still at the crack, and we can find her through the app. So she's just happy in the nature.
Somebody said hi to Teresa. How did that's creepy.
It's not that creepy. It's the internet. You can know anything.
Ah, they find out everything. Oh, they're asking if how do you think Adam would do on it now, saying his style has changed a lot since he first did it?
Yeah, I mean that would be really interesting, I suppose. Adam is a very different climber, I'd say now. I guess when he sent it, he was quite young, so he was like what, 17, 18? So quite different body shape even. I suppose the thing is though, like he's still I'd say as strong as ever. I feel like it would take maybe a session or two to relearn the weird movements, but I'm sure he'd get on with it. The only thing that I'd worry is Adam's now got very big fingers, and I don't know if he'd fit into the slot anymore.
Elias said, sorry for being creepy, I just recognized your voice. You're not being creepy, I just didn't think people would notice who it was. Come on, Jane.
Missed the hole.
Okay, I have to do the tick mark.
Will, have you ever done free climbing?
Ever done what, sorry?
Free climbing.
Free climbing. What, I suppose what you mean by free climbing, is this soloing or climbing with trad gear? Because I know both are referred to it as that. Soloing, I've done a little. Trad climbing, I've also done a little.
People asking you to get Adam to join next live.
I think Adam's still in Italy. I can message him and see where he is, but I'm not sure if he's around. I've only got one more session. I'm here Friday. Could do a live again, I suppose. But it would have to be shorter because I would be on my data then and wouldn't have that much. But yeah, only one more session this trip, and unfortunately I don't think skin will fully heal. But what is cool is the fact that I've been able to do every move with tape on a finger and have good links today. I think basically now that I'm not trying Nova, the holds are a bit nicer. So
People wanted live. A lot of people suddenly went, please do it live. They also said, whoa, cat is zooming.
yeah, I think the cat's found a mouse and is trying to hunt the mouse currently. Is what's going on. But
There is as well a question about the size of fingers. Are your fingers getting thicker as well?
yeah, I mean I've got quite large fingers. I don't know how that compares because it's just me holding my hand against my own hand.
Well,
But-
have Jane show her
Yeah,
fingers
my
against
fingers
yours.
are fairly large.
Get some comments of people saying if they can hear us. Hello? Are we live, people?
We can end it, I suppose.
We're back, we're back.
We're back?
We're back, we're back. People are saying it's back. Back up, back up. Oh my god, it's flooding.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
everyone.
Thanks for waiting. The service, I mean, we're at a crack, I suppose. Service isn't amazing.
We're not in
Um,
Finland.
Maybe, yeah, we're not a burden. Service was weirdly good there on my GB sim, but then when I ran out of data, I bought a Finnish sim, and the service was weirdly bad. It surprised me. What was I chatting about?
Finger size.
You're saying it's
size,
back,
yeah.
but less quality video.
Okay, maybe we should end the live in a minute, I guess then. My finger size is the last thing. I am just able to fit into the slot. I think if my fingers get any bigger, it would be a real nightmare. I think I'd have to drop to 3 fingers, and even then, because it's like quite a slot this way as well, it's not just that way, it'd be hard to squeeze them in. But
Do you want to compare fingers with Jane again? Like close up.
so, yeah, I guess you've still got a bit of time before yours get too big for it.
Some people are actually saying no, videos going back to good quality, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's live streams. I think it's all difficult. I'm not very good at the whole technology. To be fair.
That's why you have me here.
It's also getting dark. What's the time?
It's almost 4.
Oh wow.
I know, and I want to get on my boulder too.
Yeah, I mean I'm done there. I think that was. Could I try more? My skin almost went through in that though. Right.
I will try.
Martin.
Maybe I try the shoulder move one more thing. Yes. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
Perfect. Come on.
Come on.
I missed it a little bit. So doesn't make any sense to continue, but I wanted to try. And I'm also shaking. I feel a little bit cold, so it's hard to like stay still and focus on the climbing. Whew.
Time to get.
People
Yeah.
are saying that this is awesome. They're saying, please don't leave us, guys. And they're also asking if having a beard and having a long ponytail is dabbing. And aid.
Dabbing. And what if the ponytail hits the ground?
I don't know. They're asking
I
if it
don't
was
think so,
aid or
because-
dabbing.
I think it's like added weight. Like if you have like a lot of hair, it's for sure added weight. So unless you put like tons of like hairspray and it's like really like rock solid and you can kind of rest on it, I feel like it's definitely not dabbing.
People saying really strong, Jane. Bravo.
I'm gonna do just as one last thing. I'm gonna do the 7B plus boulder for a bit of fun. I'm quite psyched. So yeah, I'll do that, and then we could do an outro, I guess. This is one of the more classic boulders here, Cossier, 7B plus, I think. It's the end of the one of the main 8Bs and one of the 8Cs that I've done before. It's so fun.
On the note of 7Bs and 7 grades, on the moderate boulder grade for you, what would you recommend or what's your favorite climb?
Ooh. That's a good question. I'd probably have to think. There's a lot of really good ones. I mean, it depends on the area. Basically, every boulder I've done in Switzerland's been pretty good. I think this is one of my favourite boulders here. It's very basic, but I think it's cool and climbs well. Don't know if you got anything off the top of your head, like 7s that you think are really good, or 6s.
Video on it.
Oh, there is no spoon in Brioni. It's a 7A plus slab. That's going to be one of the best boulders ever, I think.
A slab.
And the
I know, wait till
6B.
you try it. I know it's a slab, but
Oh yeah, and I did in Brianna 16B, which is right next to the river, and it's called La Vie and Rosa. So that's really cool one.
yeah. Basically, Brioni. That's where the best climb is. Yeah, I can't think of others. I guess an outro maybe. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed that. I mean, I know I had a good session to be fair. Don't know
Yeah.
how it was being on the live stream for you.
Quite successful. I will probably continue for a little bit, but I'm also quite done.
Yeah, and I'm very done, so I'm definitely stopping. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will look into maybe doing a live stream again Friday, but if not, maybe catch you another time.
Bye.